Hi, everybody. Welcome to COMP2084. I neglected to live stream this during our first lesson, so I'm just going to go over, kind of do a quick syllabus review and kind of rules for the course again. So the syllabus is on D2L. So we're using the Microsoft Web Programming Stack for our class. We tried Zoom in the first week, but the WebEx seemed much better for our online meetings, so probably going to use the WebEx meeting. It'll be the same link for office hours. I have office hours from 10 to 12, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and you can book on Calendly. You can book a 15-minute appointment. That'll put it in my Outlook calendar as well as in your calendar. So the best way to reach me is by email. So I'm going to update this where rather than using Zoom, we're going to use WebEx. As people were saying during our first class, that it was my screen share was really hard. It was really hard for them to see. Certainly don't want Comic Sans here. Okay, so I've put in 2 to 4:50 on Tuesdays. I'll try to wrap up earlier. I know a lot of you have class at 4 o'clock. And also just to note that we are following the full Lakehead schedule this semester, which means study week is actually Thanksgiving. It's not the Georgian reading week, the week of November 2 to 6. In terms of assignments, there's no midterm in the class. So we're going to have weekly quizzes. They're multiple choice. There's a random pool. Quiz will open on Tuesday after class, and it'll be open until the following Monday at 5 o'clock. Each one will be worth 2%. We'll have a final exam worth 25%. For the rest of your grade, you're going to have one large project that you plan and build out over the whole semester. So that's assignments 1 in 2 parts and assignment 2 in 3 parts. As well as in-class activities. You can complete those synchronously live in real time at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays with your classmates, or you have until the following Monday after class to do those activities asynchronously. You basically just get a completion mark. So either you didn't do the activity, you get a 0, you did it, but you didn't really complete it, you get 1 out of 2. And if you did the activity, you get a 2 out of 2. So that's going to be 10% of your mark. We'll probably have 5 or 6 of these activities through the term. So your quizzes will be due 5 o'clock. The class activities also will be due. So to do next for the next class. You do need Visual Studio, either 2017 or 2019. You can download 2019 Enterprise from the Azure portal as well. You can get a license key that will unlock it. You'll need that after 30 days of use. That's available in the Azure portal. And you just log into Visual Studio and go to Help, and you can enter your license key there. We'll be using Git and GitHub, of course, and in a couple of weeks, we'll be using SQL Server. There are links on D2L under Content, Weekly Learning, Tools, and Resources, as well as I've sent out the links for SQL Server and Management Studio. And we will be doing hosting with Microsoft's Azure Cloud Platform. So our rough schedule looks like this. It may change a bit. We're going to kind of deal with MVC basics over the first few weeks. Your first assignment, which is a project plan, everyone's going to have to create a unique project for this course, is due in a couple of weeks. Then we'll get into working with data and integrating with SQL Server. After reading week, we'll use authentication. We'll do a shopping cart with our in-class project. Hopefully, we'll integrate online payments with the Stripe payment gateway, unit testing, and building a REST API. So I'm going to recommend that you try to come to class on Tuesdays. I know online classes aren't necessarily everybody's favorite, but I think you're going to learn more and get more out of the class, and it's going to be easier if you do attend the WebEx sessions. If you're not able to for some reason, that's okay. I will live stream everything to the playlist on YouTube that I've set up for our class, so you'll find the link on D2L in Tools and Resources, the COMP2084 Fall 2020 playlist. COMP2084G. That's for our section. I have 2 Georgian sections, and I'll record those separately. So make sure if you don't attend the synchronous session that you complete the work and the quiz and any learning activities by 5 p.m. on the following Monday. Okay. Pay attention to D2L and your Lakehead email. I will be making announcements and sending out notifications that way. If you need me through email, typically you can get a response during the school week within 24 hours. If you message me over the weekend, you may not get a response until Monday. I try to have some unplugged time and try to stay off my computer when I can in the evening. So usually if you email me in the evenings, you probably aren't going to get a response until the next school day. Right? Please make sure you do all the assignments. I know this is a strong group of students. Really, the only way you're not going to pass this course is if you don't do the work. So if you do the assignments, hand them in on time so you're not losing marks, then you should be fine. There are no makeup assignments offered. If you don't complete things, you don't get another crack at them. In terms of submitting, the late policy is a 20% production per day. If you need an extension, if you have an illness, a family emergency, please contact me by email, explain your situation, and we could try to work something out. There are no group projects in the course. Everything must be your own work. And all of your assignments are subject to a code review. So that would be a private meeting we would have online. You must have your web camera and microphone enabled and be able to answer any questions about the work that you submit. If it's your own work, that means you should be able to understand and explain the work. And the links to the policies are here. A note, the Lakehead Computer Science, we have a new chair this year. Dr. Mago is now the chair, replacing Dr. Way. So if you have program-specific concerns, you can direct them to Dr. Mago. His contact information is here in the syllabus. So, in general, I'm going to try to make this as much like an in-class experience as I can. I'm going to try to give you some different learning activities each week. Normally, I don't teach through PowerPoint, but I think it's important, particularly because we're online. I will try to do some at least brief slides each week and post those to D2L, so you have those as a reference. And I've adjusted, again, no midterm exam. I'm going to use that. We'll use that class as just a regular learning class, and I've just increased the value of the quizzes and given you some sort of simple ungraded activities or simple graded activities where you're basically getting a completion mark just for participating. So if you have questions, feel free to book an office hours appointment or send me an email. I will post this syllabus update to D2L. Have a great week. Make sure you complete the first quiz, and I will be giving out assignment 1A next week in class. Have a great week. I'll see you then.